Okay, thank you very much. We're going to get on this so you can get on out of here and get home, and you have work to do. Really very happy about that first Big East win, and I'm really excited how hard our guys played. We played Mountaineer football. It was a tough football game by tough guys. I compliment our opponent, South Florida, and it was a defensive game, and it was a game of field position and a kicking game, and I was really proud of our defense. Man, they came up big time and time again. I see South Florida had 1 of 11 third downs. And I was proud of our kicking game, except one kickoff. But other than that, we played very, very hard. Offensively, the most proud I am of our offense is the way we moved that ball. Gino was like 13 straight passes at one time. But that third quarter, when we came down and had to control that clock, and then went down there and got 3 points, that was a big, big drive. Big drive. And that, to me, really put the game, in like a stretch mode for them. They really had to start, moving the ball a little bit more. So that was a big drive third quarter. I'm really proud of our offense for that. Total team victory, and we're glad to get out of this one with a win, and because they've sure had our number. It evens the series. I guess at 3-3, we're 2-1 since I've been here with them. So that's all we have to say. Any questions? I know you got to get going.
Who calls the lateral play, and what's the thinking behind it?
Thinking behind it is we wanted to try to get a score. Last time I called one of those plays, it was a double pass, and you'd have thought I was out here killing people at the grocery market. So we tried to score. Had a turnover, and I thought the call was a great call, and by Jeff Mullen and our offensive staff. They were talking, but what provided was we had a timeout, and then I was going to try to work the clock, got the pick, and it made it even better. I called a timeout so they'd make a punt, get a good field position.
How old would you say that play is?
No, I don't know, but
Bring it from New Martinsville?
no, it's way before then. It will flea flicker. I know Magnolia's run that for years under Dave Caesar, right, Jimmy? For years, and we ran it when I was in school in the '60s.
Is the difference that your defense is so much better this year, Bill, or did you do something different with Daniels?
Did not do. You know what we did, Jack? Is the first thing you said. We got home when we blitzed, where last year we didn't, and we leveraged the ball where last year we didn't. Now every big play they had, we didn't leverage the ball. You saw that, right? They're good. They're fast. And I'll talk about why we didn't run the ball real well in a minute. Those guys can run. So when you don't leverage the ball, you're in trouble. This year we leveraged the ball, but I'm going to tell you, I keep going back. I'm a history major, as you know. I keep looking out there and seeing those safeties. I'm watching 28. I'm watching 2. I'm watching 4. And I'm seeing shades of 07. Wixie, Mundy, and those guys. Remember those years in 07? That's what I'm seeing. And a quarterback, man, it's really tough. I'm telling you, it's really, really tough, the 3-3 stack. And they say, well, you can't get sacks out of it. Well, we've been doing that pretty good all year also. This defense is really starting to gel, and I'm real proud of them.
Bill, can you speak to your offense knowing they don't have to win the game in a sense because of what the guys on defense can do?
You bet, and they found that out tonight. And, I got very frustrated in the fourth quarter, and that's just me. I want to keep moving the ball. And, it's ended up 4th and 1, 4th and 2, 4th and 3. We're doing good things. And then, we just didn't finish during the fourth. And again, wise, because how fast they are. People do not understand how fast this team is we just played. That's what's been our nemesis. That's why we're 3-3 against them. And as we were running the ball, we ran a little power there in the third quarter. I kept seeing Syracuse on the film. I came in this morning at 6:30 and put the film on. I said, how did Syracuse run that ball? They had perseverance. They stayed the course, and that's what I kept telling our guys. Just keep banging on them, and we'll break one. And we just couldn't get the little guy loose. Noel, when we go spread, South Florida matches up, and that's what's happened the last 4 or 5 years against them. They match up.
Do you see things in the passing game as well as anybody you've seen this early in the stage of your career?
Well, they started writing stories about him, Dave, after the Marshall game. There's 2 drives, and he is a good player. It's his, 6th collegiate start. I saw him do some things out there tonight that I was really pleased with. I went over one time, and early in the fourth quarter, I said, you don't have to check us in the exact greatest play in the world. You don't have to do that. He's trying to get us in the perfect play every time. And he's really close at doing it. And I said, it's okay to let that one ride every now and then. Just let him run. Let that line come off the ball. That one Matt Lindemood broke. I thought he was going to check us out of that, and we locked it. I said, a lock. And you know, Matt come running out there and got us the first down.
I mean, on the long drive, he had
Oh.
2/3 and long.
Big time. They made a mistake and went a three-man rush and tried to drop him. Do you see him there on that cover 8? That's when we hit that dig in the hole. Gino knows that right now. Right now. As soon as he saw no pressure, saw alleys, he stepped up and he saw it. He said, I'm going to wait, and here come that dig about 20 yards deep, over the middle and bang. That was a big, big play. And for a sophomore youngster in his 6th start, Dave, to make that read and that throw tells you he's really coming. It's going to be a lot of fun around here with him.
So you got any explanation how Tandy has 4 interceptions, all up tips?
Well, tip ball. We work on tip balls, you know.
Everybody does, but he seems to be the one.
Well, you know what? He was a great, you know, they say Patrick White, Bob, is a good baseball player, and he is. Keith Tandy is a dandy of a baseball player. He really is. He could probably play for us. And I've asked him, I said, go out and play. I like to see you do it. I know you got to go. How about just one more quick one? I know you guys got to get your storyline done. Anyone have anything that off the something that I missed?
Coach, that second quarter, the pick, the subsequent touchdown, the momentum change
Right.
there before the half had to be huge.
Well, that's why I called timeout. You know, I was over on the sideline. I said, I'm going to call timeout and see if I can get him to punt. And then they threw the pick, and then we got the ball, and we ran a little dipsy doodle and the old hook and ladder. And that was nice. And I normally don't try to show much emotion on a sideline, but I caught myself with a little bounce and a skip because that was a big time play, and it really did turn the momentum of the football game, I thought. Okay, hey, you guys, we're going to lift tomorrow and then run and watch this film. Players will be off on Saturday. My call's tomorrow, Mike, at 2 o'clock. My call to y'all is at 2. That way you guys can chill out, and then Sunday we practice and we get ready for Syracuse. Thank you very much and have a great evening. Appreciate it.